Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Shareable Science Beyond the Blog. One of the most common questions that I'm getting from our viewers is what will happen to COVID-19 in the summer? Will we actually see a drop in the number of cases? Will there be a decrease in the warmer weather? Let's look at some data in order to answer that question. Yes, I do have a whiteboard with me at all times. So this question is really based on data that we see from influenza, so the seasonal flu. And you can see here the number of cases of flu in the Northern Hemisphere across different months, different calendar months, shows that seasonal flu in the Northern Hemisphere usually peaks in the wintertime, usually in that January, February window. Now in the Southern Hemisphere, where it's cold in the July months, you actually see the peak in that window, in that June, July, August window. But we believe, well, science actually tells us that there are probably two reasons why you see this peak in the cold weather and you don't have as many cases in the warm weather. Number one, in the cold, people are together more. They're inside. They're in groups more frequently, so it's easier for there to be transmission of the virus from one person to another. And then equally importantly, lab research shows us that the influenza virus that causes the seasonal flu transmits more easily in cold, drier conditions. So when the weather is cooler and the air is drier, there's less water vapor in the air, the virus can more easily transmit from one person to another. In humid conditions, in the warmer humid conditions, it is harder for that virus to actually spread. It can happen, but it happens at a much, much lower rate. Now that's influenza. The COVID-19 virus is not an influenza virus, it's a coronavirus. So what does this information potentially suggest for SARS-CoV-2? Well, the question really right now has to be maybe. We don't have enough information to definitively tell us one way or the other. Some pieces of evidence suggest that yes, there may be a seasonal drop. Other pieces suggest perhaps not. The worst outbreaks right now are in cooler weather conditions. And some laboratory experiments actually do suggest that the SARS-CoV-2 virus spreads less effectively under warmer, more humid, moister conditions. But that's a laboratory experiment, and the real world behaves very differently than a tightly controlled lab. On the flip side, the data that suggests maybe not is that countries in the summer right now, Australia, for example, are having outbreaks. And most importantly, the new viruses are often not seasonal. So the first time that you see a brand new virus in the human population, it often doesn't have a summer drop. Pandemics throughout history aren't seasonal in nature the first time they're introduced to the human population. So at the moment, the answer really is maybe. We don't know if the SARS-CoV-2 virus is going to have a drop in the summer or not. We're just going to have to gather more information. I hope you find this useful. If you do, please share it with others that you think might find this valuable as well. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.